They used to call me Ghost, not because I was pale, though I was, but because I was invisible. I could sit at the same cafeteria table as them, and they'd talk through me. I could pass someone I'd helped on an assignment, and they'd look past me like I'd never existed. I'd mastered the art of shrinking, of being air. Until one day, I decided I'd had enough. But let me start at the beginning, before I became the girl they whisper about now. It was sophomore year at Hartley University, a campus that looked like a postcard but felt like a battlefield. I was the quiet one, the computer science major who preferred coding over conversations, books over parties, logic over lipstick. I wore oversized hoodies and round glasses too big for my face, and my hair, always pulled into a low, tired ponytail, never quite behaved. That year, my roommate was Elena Monroe. Perfect, poised, everything I wasn't. Her lashes curled like movie stars, her nails always painted pale pink. She laughed like her life was an Instagram story, filtered, flawless, and followed. I thought she liked me. For a while, she did. She called me Lissy, made me feel seen. We studied together, ate together, even shared secrets under the soft hum of fairy lights. Until one night, her boyfriend, Brandon, got drunk at a party, and everything went wrong. I wasn't even supposed to be there. Elena begged me to come. "Please, Lissy, it'll be fun. You never go out, just one night." The music was too loud, the lights too sharp. I hovered near the back door, sipping flat soda, waiting for the night to end. Brandon stumbled toward me, red cup in hand, reeking of beer. "Hey, Elena's friend? You're the brainy one, right?" I smiled awkwardly. "Yeah, something like that." He grinned. "You'd be cute if you tried, you know that?" I froze. He reached out, brushed a strand of hair from my face. I flinched and stepped back, spilling soda on my sleeve. "Sorry," I muttered, but his grin only widened. Elena walked in just then. Her face shifted, shock, then fury. "What the hell, Brandon?" He laughed. "Relax, babe, I was just joking around." But Elena's eyes landed on me. Cold, calculating. "Right, I bet you were." By morning, the campus had a new story. Annalisa tried to kiss Brandon Monroe. They said I'd been obsessed with him, that I'd followed him, texted him, cornered him at the party. None of it true, but truth is fragile when lies are prettier. The group chat screenshots came next, photoshopped messages that made me look desperate, memes of me in my hoodie, captions like, "Haunt your own league, ghost girl." And Elena? She didn't defend me. She led the laughter. By mid-semester, no one would sit with me. Someone stuck a note on my locker that said, "Boo." Someone else filled my backpack with glitter and snapped pictures as I tried to clean it up. Even my professors noticed the shift. "You've seemed withdrawn, Annalisa," one said gently. Withdrawn? I was gone. The breaking point came one Thursday in October. I was in the library studying late when I saw a new post on the campus forum. 10 reasons Ghost Girl will die alone. They'd used my old photo from freshman year, braces, acne, everything I hated about myself. The comments were brutal. "She's like a horror movie, but sadder. She probably dreams in binary code." Who'd even want to touch that? Something in me cracked that night. I sat there in the dark, my laptop screen glowing like judgment, and for the first time in my life, I didn't cry. I just felt empty. That was the night Ghost died. I disappeared. Not literally, but close enough. I stopped showing up to classes. I requested a semester off for mental health reasons. Everyone forgot me, like they'd been waiting for me to vanish anyway. But while they lived their shiny lives, I rebuilt mine, quietly, deliberately, like an architect designing revenge. First, I cut my hair. Then I started running, every morning before sunrise, pounding the pavement until my lungs burned and my thoughts bled clean. I swapped soda for water, caffeine for clarity. I devoured books on psychology, confidence, social perception. I watched YouTube videos on posture, tone, wardrobe. I practiced smiling, not the small, apologetic kind I used to wear, but the sharp, deliberate kind that says, I know who I am now. 6 months later, I barely recognized myself. My skin cleared. I got contact lenses. My voice steadied. I dressed in clean lines and muted colors, no longer hiding behind fabric. But the biggest change wasn't outside. It was the silence in my head, the one that used to whisper, "You're nothing." Now it whispered, "Wait." When I returned to Hartley, it was spring. The campus bloomed with tulips and fake friendships. No one noticed me at first. That was the beauty of transformation. It doesn't announce itself. It arrives quietly and lets the world catch up. Then one afternoon, in the student lounge, I heard a familiar laugh. Elena, still flawless, still surrounded. She didn't recognize me when our eyes met, not right away. I watched her blink, tilt her head, trying to place me. Then it clicked. Her lips parted, just slightly. "Annalisa?" I smiled. "It's been a while." Her friends looked between us, confused. "You two know each other?" "Oh," she said quickly, too quickly. "We used to be roommates." "Used to be." I laughed softly. "Right. Used to be." The first phase of revenge was subtle. I didn't want to humiliate her. I wanted to erase her power. I joined the campus tech club, the one I'd helped build before I left. They were planning a digital art showcase, and I volunteered to lead it. Elena's marketing club wanted to collaborate. Perfect. During the project, I became everything she'd never expected me to be. Confident, competent, unbothered. I complimented her ideas, made her laugh, included her in group photos. Her friends started liking me, inviting me to study sessions. And slowly, I watched the unease creep into her eyes. She couldn't reconcile the ghost she'd once mocked with the woman standing in front of her now. One night after a meeting, she cornered me outside the library. "What's your game, Annalisa?" "Game?" I tilted my head. "You think I'm playing one?" She crossed her arms. "You disappear for months, come back looking like this, and act like nothing happened." I smiled faintly. "Oh, something happened. I just learned silence can be louder than screams." She frowned. "What's that supposed to mean?" "It means," I said softly, "I stopped needing people like you to see me." The showcase came 2 weeks later. Hundreds attended. My presentation, an interactive projection mapping piece titled Reflection, explored how digital images distort identity. At first, it looked abstract, mirrored fragments swirling on screen. But as the lights dimmed, the shapes formed something recognizable. The viral images and comments they'd made about me a year ago. "She's like a horror movie." "Ghost girl." "Who'd even want to touch that?" Gasps rippled through the room. And then, as the projection shifted, those same words began to burn away, pixel by pixel, revealing the new me, standing in the spotlight. The audience erupted, not in laughter, not in mockery, applause. I looked out and saw Elena, frozen, her mouth slightly open. Afterward, people congratulated me. "Powerful message," they said. "So brave." But when Elena approached me, her voice trembled. "You did that on purpose." "Of course I did," I said. "It's art." Her eyes glistened. "You made me look like a villain." I stepped closer, lowered my voice. "Elena, you did that all by yourself." Revenge wasn't fireworks. It was quiet vindication. It was walking through campus and hearing my name spoken with respect. It was professors asking me to lead projects, peers seeking my input, people who once laughed now wanting my approval. But the sweetest part wasn't the attention, it was the peace. Because one evening, as I walked past the dorms, I heard laughter from a balcony. Elena sat there, alone this time, scrolling her phone, the glow reflecting off her face. She looked smaller somehow. Tired. For a moment, I almost felt sorry for her. Almost. She noticed me watching, and our eyes met. For a long, silent moment, neither of us looked away. Then she said, "You win." I smiled. "No, I just stopped playing your game." Graduation came a few months later. The sky was the color of beginning. My name was called, and as I crossed the stage, I saw faces that once looked through me now watching with pride, or guilt, maybe both. After the ceremony, I found a quiet corner behind the auditorium and breathed. The air smelled like rain and redemption. My phone buzzed with a new message from an unknown number. "Elena. For what it's worth, I'm sorry." I stared at it for a long time. Then I typed back, "Annalisa. For what it's worth, I forgive you." And I meant it, because revenge wasn't the goal. Transformation was. Now, years later, when I look back, I realize something simple but profound. The cruelest thing you can do to someone who tried to destroy you is thrive where they thought you couldn't. I still keep one photo from those days, the one they used in the forum post. Braces, acne, hoodies, and pain. Not as a reminder of who I was, but of how far I've come. Ghost didn't die that night in the library. She evolved. She learned to haunt differently. Not as a shadow, but as a light no one could ever dim again.